Ну, обидно, конечно, там. Особенно вот этому проиграл Табатабая, там G4, я пошел с идеей G4 пойти, а потом я забыл. Я
очень сильно расстроилась после того, как понял, что конь E5 не сыграла с гири. Я видела, как ты сильно расстроился. Мне кажется, это аффектировало.
немножко. Ну, пусть Табатабая вообще расстроился, потому что, ну, если я не могу выиграть эту выигранную позицию, ну, если я не могу выиграть эту выигранную позицию, ну, если я не могу выиграть эту выигранную позицию,
Остается улыбнуться. Сказать, что это был немножко не наш день. Родной кот, ты знаешь, какая первая партия вообще-то, как ты диване поймал, круто.
Alright, guys, we're back. We're back. Can you guys see it? It should be live, yeah? Я стримлю. Спасибо, солнышко мое, да. Well, okay. Yes, I was very upset after 2 games. Anish game, I realized I was playing too fast. I had to think, but I was not thinking. So I actually lost. I think I deservedly lost this game. But the game against Tabatabai is really pushed me because white is better here, yeah. So you have to play g4, obviously. So you can play g4 here, and if rook h8, you can just take, and I don't know, play h3, yeah. This is just much better for white. Just pawn up. Yeah, that was crazy. And I knew about the g4. That's the reason why I actually played rook e5-1. Good idea to play g4. But then I saw this idea, and I got distracted. Rook d1, d6 here. And then I got distracted with centralizing my rook for some reason. I don't understand why I have to centralize my rook when my original idea was to play g4 and undermine this pawn chain. This is incredible to me. I don't understand how is my brain working today. Because after g4, his pawn down, his bishop is closed, he has weakness on a5, his pawn chain is being terminated. And white is just winning completely. Just absolutely winning position because he has no 4, no e3. He can take, then you just take. Alright, so maybe he finds rook f4. But you don't have to take this rook, yeah? You can play rook dd4 even. I mean, if he plays rook f8, then there is this matter of the pawn. Okay, so let's see how should I win here. It should be pretty simple. I think even check and knight d7 wins, to be honest. I mean, it is very, very safe position because you just take, then his pawns are here. So white can never lose this, even if you just play d7 and keep king here, yeah, because he cannot push his pawns. He has to put the king in the center. And then it's basically like this. You can even play h3 maybe, because g3 is pretty bad, right? So he has to take or play f3, yeah. And so the question becomes, what is this position? So this is the pawn endgame, which I think is winning, yeah? Just a winning pawn endgame, no risk at all. I mean, you can play anything. As long as you undermine his central pawn chain by playing g4. Instead, I thought I can always play g4, and then of course he plays f4. See, the reason I played h3 with the idea to play g4 again, and I completely missed the fact that I can just play g4 here. Why do I need preparation move? Yeah, this was pretty strange. It was a very strange game, and after this game, I lost this game, I realized, okay, today is again not my day, yeah? I started so well, but then I realized today is not my game. But okay, let's see how I could play here, because I got really upset. Thank you, Mr. Atomic Morphe, for the support. Appreciate it. Thank you for the follow. So this is still good for me, yeah? It has to be good for me. But I got upset, and then when you get upset, it really screws you. Yeah, I mean, you cannot be upset. You have to stay really chill here. So the idea was similar, to play king f1 and to try to attack these pawns with knight d2 or something. Yeah, it's not simple at all, but I played this with a similar idea. Then he found bishop a7. This was good. And apparently this was a mistake, yeah, because I gave him the pawn on d6 for no reason. Yeah, so the idea was to force him to play f3, so I give up the knight, and then it's a draw. So the best move was c4 and push the pawn to c5 and try to lock his position. But I got a little bit greedy, yeah. I thought if I'm gonna still take this thing, yeah. After bishop e3, which I did not see, I lost an important tempo and I lost an important pawn. So I had to play rook d5. And if he takes, gf, gf, knight g4. Yeah, I thought this was lost for me, okay? Yeah, I thought this was lost. Apparently, it's not lost. But in the time trouble, this is very difficult to play this position. This position is very, very difficult to play in the time trouble because of these dangerous pawns and bishop and rook. What happens in this position, however, is that the bishop cannot stay on this diagonal, and that is a very big deal. Yeah, this is actually huge. So it has to give a check, play bishop d2, try to put the bishop on e1, but still, yeah, rook e5. He has to give you a check, and you just can play king f4, f2. I think even this is a draw. Yeah, this is just simple draw. So it's gonna be a rook and king versus rook and bishop if black is lucky. But I have 3 pawns, so it's actually it's not worse at all. Yeah. Yeah, at this point I got really scared for some reason. I played this ridiculous move. He took the pawn, and black is much better, yeah, because f3. There is always f3. There's always this f3. Okay, I did not see this idea with knight g4. I mean, I saw this later, but he's just completely winning. Wait, he's saying I'm better here? What? He played rook d2. So take, check, king f1, check, king f5. Why is this a draw? Check, here, take. If e3, then just check and hold the rook. So it has to play rook c2. Oh, but he cannot play e3. Oh my god. If he cannot play e3, he needs to get his king somehow in. Yeah, so maybe rook h2. You still have this check. And then you... Oh. And if he plays king f5, trying to sneak in here. Then you play a5, take. Yeah, then this pawn is very dangerous. Yeah, he's not on time. Yeah. Alright, so I missed so many opportunities. I blundered absolutely everything. Yeah. Wait, I am winning here? What? Okay, I lost this on time according to the computer. And according to the computer, if I played a5 here, white is actually better. Wow. Well, it makes sense, yeah, because his bishop cannot stay in this diagonal. I mean, if he goes here, then you just take this pawn, and then you play b4, and if he doesn't stay on this diagonal, okay, he has rook b2, yeah. Okay, so rook c7, yeah, rook c7 hit, bishop e3. And then you get the same rook endgame, except that king f5 maybe, except that the pawn is on a7, yeah? He has no time. And then just winning. Okay, fine. I mean, all right. So he gave me chances here, yeah. Yeah, I mean, in this position after rook e5, if he plays f2, it's just mate. Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, yeah, I saw this. Yeah, I saw if he plays f2, he just wins immediately. And then he played this move, and I was very surprised. Yeah, yeah. Now this is actually draw. Wow, wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, Sevian has played fantastic chess. Yes. Yes. Yeah, but okay. So this game, yeah, it's just too many errors on both of us. But I lost on time. Yeah. Yeah. He was lost, and then I was lost, and then at the end I lost on time. Okay. And the third game, I want to see the third game actually, because Martinez played this game. What is his accuracy in this game? I think it was something incredible. Something absolutely incredible. 89% with 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, and only 5 inaccuracies. Yeah, this is pretty much incredible. So e4, e4, e5, take, d3, f4, g3, h6, h4. Yeah, bishop c8, very strong. Yes, and bishop g4. Amazing move. Yes, I felt that this should be equal, okay, but I didn't know how, but now I see it. Yeah, now I see that you play knight f3, and then you attack this pawn and you just recapture it and white is equal, yeah? After this, I should have played knight f3 again with the idea of knight d4, or at least play rook c5 and not allow a5, okay? And the idea is he plays rook g6, you just play king f2, and you need the king here. Yes, I don't understand why I played king d4. This is very bad. The computer says it's good, but it is really bad, okay? Really bad move, because king needs to be here. And again, knight f3, knight to d4, and just go on, and just grab this pawn and equalize, okay? So this position is equal. Okay, I felt that this is equal, but yeah, I felt that king d4 was wrong, but let's see, king h7, b4. If I play rook c5, which I think was a better idea, the idea of rook a5, and then b4, a3, and knight b3, right? Setting up sort of a fortress. This was a much better idea, of course. Yeah, I was afraid of rook g4 and g5 or something, but it just doesn't work because of this check, yeah? And if he plays rook f7 first, then you can play h5 and this rook is trapped. Okay. Right, I'm completely blind. I didn't see anything. So rook b8. a3 was very bad. I allowed him to play a5 for free. If you play rook b1, he cannot play a5 because you take it. Then you protect the pawn and the rook is not allowed to enter the game. After a5, this is just winning for black because he managed to activate his rook. And rook is very active, and this is lost position. Rook g1. Yeah, rook d1 is amazing move. Yeah, he found the first line computer move. Yeah, this was a little bit weird. Because, to be honest, he is not that famous for his great endgame skills. Yeah, but this game he plays perfectly. Okay. Yeah, and the king d4 should be played back. Rook f6. And as you can see, rook e7 or king c3. With the idea of knight d4, yeah. And he still has to struggle, but yeah, I completely blundered rook c1, which he saw, which impressed me, yeah? Yeah, he saw this amazing move, to be honest. And for some reason, it completely skipped my mind to move this rook. Completely skipped my mind. Rook here with the idea of knight d7, knight f8, maybe even. And yeah, but this is still lost, yeah? Alright, so this is lost position. Yeah, so he found this rook d1, rook c1. Absolutely incredible. The idea is if I take, he gives a check, takes, and this rook e4 mate, okay? Yeah, absolutely fantastic performance by my opponent. Absolutely fantastic. Check, rook f7, perfect move. And rook e4. Well, okay, rook d3, bishop d3, king c6 I can play, but it will not change the fact that white is completely lost, okay? This will not change the fact that white is completely lost. So this position is completely lost. Alright. Hey, Mr. Vino. Exciting games in Romania? Maybe. Okay. Yeah, this was a very frustrating tournament. After starting so well, yeah, it is. I was so amazed how really badly this guy played in the first round, yeah? Okay, I was really amazed at how badly this Indian kid was playing, especially in the endgame. Yeah, I mean, he should have been able to make this a draw, but then he started playing really badly. And considering how extremely well he was playing in the title Tuesdays, yeah, this kid usually plays first line moves, no problem. In blitz games, he finds all the best moves. But here, he plays this. And he blunders bishop d4 and e5. I mean, the difference is huge, yeah, in this game and the way he plays in the title Tuesdays. The difference is just too shockingly big. I mean, everybody can have a bad game though, so okay, I'll give him some slack, but to be honest, it was not a pleasant surprise. Because this kid was beating me with the best ancient amazing tactics in all the title Tuesdays. If you remember those games, guys, yeah. Then again, Blitz and Rapids are different. In Rapids I have more time, yeah, so I can think a little bit. So that's the difference. But again, the Geary game was really weird. Yeah, we both blundered 95. And then there was this heartbreaker against Tabatabai. Because if I won the game against Tabatabai, I go back to +2. And there is only what? How many games after Tabatabai there is? Yeah, there's only 2 games after Tabatabai, and I'm +2, and instead of -1, which I ended up, I would be at least at 50%. Then I'm pretty sure I would not play Alcantaras, yeah? I would play somebody else, and I'm pretty sure I would not lose, and then I will end up with +1. So the Samin Tabatabai game was the critical loss for me. Yeah, unfortunately. Well, that was the Rapid tournament for this week. The board is cropped. It is, you're correct. Okay. So let's go back to this. And let me turn off this device and activate this device. All right. Okay, gentlemen, so that was the Rapid game. You know what? Why don't we play with the audience today? Okay. So guys, let me change the subjects. If you guys want to do the audience, let me play with the viewers night, yeah, as I promised. And tomorrow is the Tomorrow is the Sunday subscriber Simon, as usual, okay? Потом. Спасибо. So, okay, so let me change the playing with the viewers night thing. Playing with the viewers night. Okay, challenge 3-0, unrated, please. All welcome. Okay. All right, guys, let's do this. I promised you to do this, and there we go. Accepting challenges from everybody. All right. Live chess. Yeah, it's live chess. Oh, Yuri Averbach died today. Oh, I see. Well, wow. He was very old, yeah. I was like 8 years old studying endgame books by Yuri Averbach, yeah. I remember when I was 8, he was already like an established authority and a grandmaster, yeah. And here we are, practically 40 years later. Wow. That is still, yeah, 100 years old, and especially in Russia, man. So surviving Soviet Union, and then Russia, and living until 100 years old. I would say that that's a big fucking achievement, man. That's a pretty big achievement. All right, gentlemen, where are those challenges? Let's do the playing with the viewers. All right, let's go, guys. All right, let's do the random challenge then. Let's do the random challenge. How do you do the random challenge? 3 minutes, yeah? Yeah, let's not, okay. Yeah, if I'm gonna do rated challenge, then then we definitely, yeah. So let's see if there are any takers who want to play Blitz with me, yeah? Maybe you guys want to see me play the field, yeah? The strong grandmasters in the Blitz game. I'm like warmed up, right? After the rapid tournament, so let's see. Where's everybody? Come on, guys. Let's play some chess. Let's have more chess. I mean, what is this? I need to take off my frustration from losing those pathetic games that I played, especially in the end games, you know. I consider myself a really good player in the end games, and then losing like this is a pretty big hit to my ego. Admit it. I admit it, man. I admit it. Yeah, I too have an ego, and it took a pretty big hit today. Yeah. Ну, солнышко мое, пожалуйста, не смеши меня. My wife, she's reacting to my statements and it makes me laugh. You submitted the challenge. Where's the challenge? Ah, there you go. Okay, Mr. Vino. Okay, let's go. All right, guys, let's go. А солнышко мое, знаешь, что единственное?
Да.
У меня кислорода не хватает сильно. Можешь мне окно какое-нибудь
Я
отъять?
за этим и пришла.
Да, спасибо большое. Потому что у меня голова совсем не соображает без кислорода. Спасибо, родночка моя. Sorry, guys, I just explained that I need oxygen when I play chess because, you know, if I don't have oxygen, then my brain starts to really slow down. And I actually think that, you know, I should keep an oxygen window open all the time for that reason. I think it was B4. Yeah, there's this famous line I remember. This is a very famous line. I think I pioneered this line with white. like 5 years ago. Then everybody started playing this. Probably 92. Yeah, and this was the main line for black, that I remember. So okay, so h3. So I'll show you the idea. Bishop f5 looks okay, but if I play bishop f1, and I don't agree to this trade, what then, right? What then? What if? Is a big secret. Right, you play like this. I think it's knight b3, and there's the race, okay? And the computers proclaim that this race is better for white, but nobody knows for sure, okay? But I remember in my analysis, white was better. Again, I could be completely wrong. So he wants to play g5, g4. And that's where you can play knight h4, yeah? I think that was pretty critical to take this bishop and make sure, you know, you get a pair of bishops and then you can attack something. This is very old analysis. Very old analysis. These are analysis from 5 years ago. Why are you afraid? Just have fun, man. We play chess for fun. Yeah. Yeah, again, play chess for fun. Who cares about the result? Alright, so probably trade. So you don't have some weird attack here. Bishop d2. Looks correct. Because without this light squared bishop, black attack is less scary. Okay? And yes, but this is an extremely complicated line. I think black is doing really fine. But you gotta play it correctly. Okay, so I think it's queen g4. Makes sense, right? Trying to pin the knight. Otherwise, black is just gonna go. Oof. So rook e1. Yeah, Mr. Vino started to make mistakes. Thank God. And we're getting some stuff now. Supposedly. Supposedly. Because the endgame with a pair of bishops is always good for the side that has pair of bishops, yes. So trades. Take. And bishop back. Trades. This trade is particularly good for me. Okay. Alright, gentlemen. Yeah, you can pick colors, I don't care. So, playing the audience for a couple hours, okay? And if you want, you can let me know which opening you would like to practice your games. Somebody redeemed the opening choice. So whoever that person was, I remember you redeemed it from last time, right? From like 2 days ago. So feel free to tell me the opening choice that you want to play. Okay, bishop e7. Oh my god, I got oxygen, gentlemen. Life with the oxygen is so much better. Yay, oxygen. Okay, so let's trade this guy. This is a stone wall, but with knight on c3 is very tricky, yeah, because white, like, you know, this is the only time where I don't get the g6, bishop g7 set up. So that's the purpose of the knight c3 move. You're forcing black to adopt the stone wall. The drawback for white is that he plays knight c3 before playing c4, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it is kind of weird. Alright, so let's trade this guy. And probably just knight d7, yeah. I mean, this is like French, you have a much better bishop, so I wasn't sure about taking on e5, to be honest. I was thinking about c5. c5 is a more common idea. You just basically want to take on d4, then take on e5, or queen b6. You know, expand on the king side. So taking on e5 is a very strategically risky decision for black. But why is he giving me this important central pawn? Mr. Chess Warrior, you should just take on e7 and play f4 and protect the pawn, okay? That knight on f5 seems misplaced. Oh, in the previous game, right? It's a complicated question, because usually knight on f5 he goes to d6, so you control the c4 square and jump to e4. So you have to shuffle pieces, okay, all the time. Let's play knight g4. Okay. And let me see. Raise your hands, people who can see the threat that black hasn't here. The queen on h5 is almost trapped, yeah? Almost. But no cigar. Yeah, so you gotta be very careful, yeah. So usually that's why, even though like looks like you have an attack, sometimes you just gain space and then you continue playing normally in the center, developing your pieces and stuff, okay? Mr. Panktile Ferran, how are you? Yes, Mr. Idiot Chess, correct, g6, yes. And then even though he takes on e7, potentially the queen goes to g5. There will be h6 later, yeah? So white has to be very, very careful here. So, also bishop d7, bishop e8 is another idea how to trap this queen. So at some point white will have to play moves like queen g5, but it gives a tempo, queen b4 or queen c5. And then you can hit this queen and ask the lady a question. Okay, so be careful with how you put, where you put your pieces. Mr. Glastrelin, please 3-0, no 3-2. Can you redo your challenge? 3-0, please. Hi, Mr. Lestrelin, please 3-0. Bonsoir, monsieur. Okay. Actually, bon soiree probably, but okay. Yeah. 3-0. Also, you know, like in English, when you say, you know, my friend is very okay, but I'm not sure if in French, mon ami is considered to be a normal expression, or is it like too familiar, yeah? I don't know, you know, the thing about French language is like so many things we take for granted in an English language. It sounds a little bit, wait, what happened with your challenge? Wait. So it's okay, yeah, it's respectable form of, are you trying to re-challenge? Okay. Yes, there are a lot of cultural sensitive language points. You're trying to re-challenge as well, yeah? There's something wrong with the chess.com interface? Why it won't allow you to re-challenge me? Let me click the live chess again. There you go. So it's probably something with the interface, yeah? Again, if you guys want me to play a specific opening, let me know. Okay. A specific overture. I think the opening in French is overture, yeah? So yeah, we're gonna do the stream where we learn French for chess. Yeah, they should have a course like chess, French for chess players. Yeah, I think I'll take this course if one was available. I stopped studying French, unfortunately. I need to study more. So many competitions. So yeah, this week was crazy, absolutely crazy week. Hopefully next week will be a little bit better. Because I've done the videos on Thursday, then I had 2 title Tuesdays on Tuesday. I came from Bundesliga on Monday, and then non-stop chess. And then I watched Star Trek Picard Season 2. Woo! It took me like, I don't know, 6 hours to watch the whole thing. I mean, it was okay, but the first season, of course, was much better, yeah? But still, not bad. Yeah, but they're returning. I don't want to spoil for you guys, yeah? So let's not spoil it for you guys. Yeah, let's not spoil it. Yeah, I don't want to play spoiler, man. Nobody likes a spoiler, right? Okay. So those of you who didn't see it, it was quite okay. Bursmith, bonsoir. Bonsoir. How are you, my friend? Mon ami. Okay, knight f3 is a little bit asking too much, but at the same time, it is interesting strategic idea, yeah? Just ignore this pawn on f5. Normally you just take on f6, okay? Normally just take on f6 and it's considered to be perfectly okay. All right? Okay, so bishop goes to h4. So the point I was trying to make is that I wanted to play b4 here. And deny the c5 square for the black knight, so he doesn't land on d3 or e4. So you should have taken on b3, okay? Because if you don't take on b3, then your knight never ends in a good square, okay? And now he is trapped. If the knight is on c5, he can go to e4. That's the basic idea. Right, so you're trying to get your knight somewhere else, or try to get the a file. Right, okay, that makes sense. Okay, and if I play something like g4, again, normally h3 and g4's preparation, yeah, is much better. Okay, so I didn't really play well here. I play interesting chess, but it's not necessarily a good chess, yeah. You should have played knight a4, that's your idea, right? If queen a1, then knight here, and etc, etc. Check first. Bishop to g3. And then this whole bishop h7 situation, yeah? What is going on? What is going on with this bishop? Okay, I take the pawns because I love the pawns. Now we return this long lost Messier bishop. Ah, and you're alone time. Okay, I understand. Okay. I understand. And queen b1, yeah. Wait, queen h7 mate in 1, yeah? What? My god, I do not see mate in 1. Okay. All right, if you don't see mate in 1, there is definitely something wrong with your chess form, yeah? All right, gentlemen, chess warrior, any preferences? J'étudie le français depuis garantie ans à l'école. Oh, à l'école. Nice. Très bien. No vegetarian, no vegan. Okay. All right. Yes, Mr. Idiot Chess. See, even the grandmaster loses on time. I mean, doesn't see mate in 1, yeah? Even the grandmaster does not see mate in 1. Guys, you know what I noticed is when I talk too much during my games, it actually sort of backfires a little bit on me. So I noticed I was trying to explain some stuff during my first 2 games in the Rapids, and yeah, you need to focus on the tournament, okay? So next time probably I'll just try to focus on chess first, and then we're gonna do the recap, and then I will explain stuff, okay? I think there'll be more fair way of doing things. All right, so king d1, knight d1 is also okay, but I didn't want to allow knight d5. And the centralization is obviously good for white. Okay. I like French structures for white in general. They look very reasonable because you're getting nice squares for your pieces. And at some point, if black plays the standard French f6 move, your pawn structure just becomes better. Yeah, after taking on f6, he gets some weaknesses, etc., etc. So this endgame is a pure pleasure to play because just small plus, and you're threading all this stuff. Yeah, the difference in the bishops is absolutely huge. Black can try to do something like that, yes. But in the end, the space advantage and the difference in the bishops, they make this position much, much better. Yes, Mr. Bursmith, I realized you said you studied French for 1 year in high school, yeah? Yeah, 40 years ago. It was a good choice. Yeah, I always wanted to learn French, yeah? But when I was younger, yeah, so I can impress the ladies with my French language skills, yeah? When you get older, you realize you don't have really to impress anybody. Yeah. Yeah, when you get older, you realize you really don't have to impress anybody. Oh, Mr. Lesterlin, you studied Russian for 20 years. Actually, studying Russian is good for quite a few things. Yeah, yes, I do have children. Studying Russian is good for your chess. I mean, even Bobby did it, yeah. But also Russian, of course, is very good. Yes, Mr. Chess Warrior. Don't play f6, yeah, just try to play rook a2 and double on the second line and try to create some counter. Wait for me to play f5, and then when you try to throw some counter punches, okay? Probably rook should be on e8 to make sure that if I play f5, you take with the e-pawn and take on e5 with the bishop, okay? Because right now this is just bad. Too different from French and English. Yes. I actually am very happy that I was born in Russia. But then I moved to the US when I was a kid, and I took a lot of this American culture and American English. Yeah, I'm very happy about that. You have such a completely different experience. Yeah, and I'm still quoting a lot of those my favorite American television shows from the 80s and the 90s. You all remember the X-Files, you all remember the Star Treks, right? And yeah, absolutely great. Okay, how do we play here? Ooh. Big questions. I think it's bishop b6 if I'm not mistaken. Try to go for that c5 thing, yeah. So if I take c5, then d4, and just castle, yeah. I mean, my bishop on b6 is pretty dead, I agree. It's the most dead bishop ever. But you don't have control over the light square, so it's kind of a trade-off. I'm pretty sure the computer would say this position is much better for white because of this bad bishop, but you know what? In a lot of human games, bad bishops have a great tendency to play again, to leave again. You're lucky to participate in Karpov's chess school. Ooh, that is indeed a good occasion. Well, bishop to f5, yeah. Bishop to f5. Yeah, the problem with your piece placement is that I don't think you're placing your pieces right, yeah. Also, I usually say that whenever you have a pawn majority, you should actually push those pawns, okay? You have to make use of the pawn majority. Bishop on h4, knight on g5. Bishop on h4 is fine. Knight on g5 looks kind of weird. So the bishop lives again. And we get this nice pawn. And yeah, we don't allow bishop f6, right? Nobody wants to allow bishop f6. Makes sense. Who's more talented, Kapor or Fischer? Well, strictly speaking, on talent alone, Capablanca is probably unbeatable in this regard. He is the most talented player ever. But Bobby was the hardest working chess player known, yeah. The guy worked on his chess day and night. So that was a huge thing for him. All right, a4. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm preparing all sorts of crazy pawn breaks. All right, so just do the pawn break. Open the E file. Looks incorrect, but yeah, at least black now has some files also. Rook h3. To e8. Bishop to g3. Looks really strange. like Doctor Strange. Check. This is actually could be a checkmate, yeah. Okay. All right. All right. We have more challenges. The ability to work is a talent too. True. But, you know, work is work and talent is talent, yeah. So actually people who have talents, I'm not sure which one, what is better, to be talented or to be able to work. I think the ability to work is actually more important than to have a natural talent, because when you get a talent, you're very, very tempted to just leave it to your talent to get you out of sticky situations or, you know, get an easy life. And sometimes it works, but when you get to the higher level, it does not work anymore. Yeah. I mean, if you work hard, it also gets you to a certain point. It can get you very, very high. But if you don't have little spark, yeah, if you don't have that little extra whoop, you know, people who have talent, they have sort of better reaction time. They can grasp things faster. And that's why they get an advantage in this respect. But if you work hard, yes, it can reach you to the same level. Yeah. So I would say working hard is more important than being talented. But if you have both, then go conquer the world, man. Go and conquer the world. Oh, we have, you know, guys, in the city where I live, we have this standard French thing. We have this little tourist attractions. And there is this bus, yeah, a train going around the city, and it explains stuff and everything. I think it's very cool, personally. I think it's very, very cool. Alright, so, you know, black is getting his knight to d4. That's the standard thing, right? You're trying to play c5 and get your knight to d6, which is also a standard idea, but I think black is a little bit faster here, yeah? With the knight on d4. A little bit, tiny bit faster. But white is, I think, is perfectly fine, to be honest. So the question is bishop e6 or not bishop e6, yeah? I really want to play knight h5, but I don't know what's gonna happen. So let's develop, yeah? When in doubt, my advice is just finish your development. Now the second knight goes. Once your bishop takes away the square out of the way, I have a feeling this cannot be a bad idea. Alright. It can't be bad. So the knight goes to f4. There is trick with knight d3, knight d2 coming. And he is allowing us to win the exchange, which is pretty important. Why not take the bishop? Because I wanted to keep my knight on d4. So that's why. And ooh, queen 2 here. Okay, queen d7. No rush. And queen goes to d3, which I think is a nice square for the queen. I mean, my rook is hanging. You're not losing immediately, but after rook going somewhere, both knights are hanging, yeah? So that seems to be a problem. Alright. You guys can... Yeah, okay, you're playing white and black. Yeah, okay, good. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. I started so well today. +2. And then missed the shot against Geary, which would have given me a huge advantage. And then lost on time in this position. Why is game aborted? Chess. What? You forgot the fork. I see. Alright, more challenges. Alright, we have a new person. Let's see it. Yeah. I didn't even analyze the last game round against the Serrano because we were both -1, I think. And this last round game, there is no point in playing. We're not going to qualify, so that's why we didn't really play this game much. Yeah. So that's why he didn't really press to win. And I didn't really press to win either. Yeah, that was tacit understanding of what we're playing for. It's not really much to play for in that particular situation. I'm gonna try this idea. Well, then I'm gonna switch to a6 b5 idea if you play like this. b5. And you go for the mating attack maybe, yeah? Yeah, that's very dangerous actually, I agree. It is very dangerous. So this is gonna be a very, very sharp game. Let's bring the knights. And let's party like it's the 80s. Guys, let's party like it's the 80s. I wish I can say let's party like it's the 60s, but unfortunately I have no idea how they partied in the 60s. I can only guess based on the movie The Forrest Gump, which is one of my favorite movies. Yeah, and they show some parties there. In the movie. Good times. Are you sticking to playing for a living or do you train people? Mr. Bursmith, you remember the late 60s? Yep. I envy you in some ways. But, you know, I hope you enjoyed it. So please tell us more, don't wait. I like waiting for a continuation. What was the best thing about the 60s, man, for you? Yeah. What was the best thing about it? Queen to b4. Not afraid of anything. Huge respect. Actually, the queen on c3 is actually very annoying, yeah? I think this queen on c3 is gonna be a huge pain in the ass. He offers me a draw. Dude, why are you offering me a draw, man? We're here to play chess, right? So let's play some chess. g5, f4. Something. My king is bad, yeah. I don't know, man. Okay. Well, let's just play, yeah? I mean, Blitz is made to be played, dude. It was a cool, carefree, hippie time. Love powers, 60s, yeah. You went to Iceland, yeah. Take when h6 and g5. I think that's what he is trying to do. So let's fix the 7th, yeah, because you need to take with the f pawn. Obviously. King g8. All right. So what is happening? What's happening, man? What's happening? Knight g4 might have been a tad more interesting. If you give me the pawn, I will take it. This is pretty crazy. Important pawn, man. This pawn is very important, I think. Take absolutely everything. And win. Even more material. We're very materialistic. Alright. Thank you for the game, man. Not bad. I mean, why play for a draw when you can just practice? You were born in the 70s, but you love the 60s music. Allison, UK. Great. Wait. Guys, I am really bad with the oldies music. When was the Beatles? I mean, everybody knows Beatles, even I know it, yeah? That's some nice songs there. Yeah. And then, of course, there was the question of the boy bands. That's the 80s, right? The boy bands? Wait, the 90s, yeah? Backstreet Boys, and then we had some other boys. My God. The MTV, the Beatles 62 to 70. Ah, okay. Paul McCartney has been in the business for 60 years. Well, and Stuart Rod, yeah. I mean, I never heard of Stuart Rod until the song that they wrote for the Musketeers, I believe. And there was a trio. There was a trio of guys who sang it, yeah. It was the Sting. It was Rod, and there was another guy. What was his name? My God, I forgot his name. I don't know, Bob Marley was already there in the 60s. Beach Boys. Yeah, guys. Music is fun. I actually had a conversation with my father like a few days ago. Once in a blue moon we actually speak. And finally, after all these years of being repressed, I'm very angry towards my father because of all the things he's done. I sort of learning to let go. So we had a conversation where he said that his original idea was to go into the music. That's why he was teaching me how to play piano when I was a kid. But then this Garry Kasparov versus Anatoly Karpov infamous thing came. And then he thought, why play music when you can be famous like these guys and be a superstar? Yeah. I mean, interesting point of view. I would prefer to be, you know, a rock singer in my other life, you know. Mick Jagger. Yeah. I mean, after reading stuff about the kind of life these guys lead, yeah, like this Tyler, yeah, Aerosmith guys, yeah. Wait. Is Aerosmith a rock group or what kind of group is it? Guys, please enlighten me. It's not a rock, actual rock, right? It's something very similar, is it? Would it be an FFL in the rock bands? I don't know if I'd be an FFL in the rock band, but I would be. I'm damn sure my love life, when I was a teenager and when I was in the 20s, it would be a lot better than what I have. Yeah, but okay, that's reality with men. Yeah, and they all want to get laid and be famous. Yeah, and be adored. Yeah, that's normal. Normal wish. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just being honest, guys, yeah? It's the original sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Yes, Mr. Chess Warrior. Oh, it's rock. Ah. Rock. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with rock, right? I mean, rock is also good. Okay, so let's take this pawn. I mean, this is still an important pawn. And just trade the queens and go into the endgame. Yeah. Endgames win you the game. I mean, you can get winning position, but conversion takes place in the endgame. So you can get advantage in the middle game, in the opening. How they say, the armies wins battles, but the gold wins wars. All right. I'm sorry, Mr. Jelestrelin. I am playing some of these guys because I'm trying to give everybody a chance to play. Is there something wrong with roll? Well, I'm pretty sure, you know, the Queen's Gambit TV show really helped a lot with raising popularity among that age group. So I'm pretty sure a lot of guys are very happy. I mean, if you played chess in the 80s and in the 90s, you realized how very few females were playing chess, yeah? And they could literally make the pick from the males. And things have changed since then. Wait, I just played this against somebody. Right? What? Yeah, I just had this very similar game. What happens? Alright, so let's go, yeah? Race! The race is on. The race is on. Guys, remember, in Blitz, anybody can be a genius. So, please, let the people play, especially it's for fun, yeah, if it's not, there is no money involved or anything, just, you know, let people enjoy themselves. Alright, so we do need to try to play this. Oh, okay, I see what he is doing. I see what he is doing. Look at this hole on e6. My god. The mother of all holes. It is the mother of all holes. Well, that's not exactly a great... What? What? Excuse me? Wait, what is this game? Wait a minute. What is this? Oh my god, dude. Okay, good job. Dude, what? Sneaky. Sneaky. Oh my god. All right. Okay. All right. That's once in a while that happens. Okay. All right. That makes things certainly interesting. Thank you for some laughs, man. that was fun. Bishop to e6, I like. What? Okay. Yep. Now I know. Now I know things can be tricky if you're not watching. I mean, I see it's 3-minute challenge, I see it's 0, I see it's chess, so, you know, I don't look anything else, and then, but now I'll start noticing what kind of chess we're playing, yeah? Yes, I was expecting knight f4, then I was probably gonna play knight c5, then, you know, still, yeah, he can play just g5 and just completely blast my position open, so probably it was lost position for me. This is the line that I've studied from the actual chess book. Very likely it was the Chess Encyclopedia. Raise your hands if you ever used Chess Encyclopedia, the 5 volumes made by those ancient Yugoslav publishers in your chess studies. You remember those days, right? The same guys basically who released the famous Informants with the selected games, with the annotated games. And this line is so ancient. Oh my god. But Garry Kasparov used this line to huge effect in his match against Vichy Anand in the World Trade Center PCA World Chess Championship match, yeah? This is what he used to beat Anand, because Anand was a great positional player at the time, but in dynamic situations, Garry Kasparov was, of course, the unbeatable player, right? So it was absolutely incredible idea to play Dragon against Anand. But my father actually was the one who suggested this idea. All right, I need to close the window because people can see me actually from the street. So let me do that. Спасибо, родной команд. Alright, so how the hell do you play this position? I think it's King B1, yeah? I think that's actually how the games went. Used them 35 years ago, Mr. Psychodog. Yes. Aha, Mr. Lestrain. Good. Lestrain. Was Kasparov superior to Shirov in dynamic positions? That is a very good question. I don't think so. He was more experienced, that's for sure. But was he better than Alexei? That's a very good question. For some reason, I don't think so. All right, what is this? I mean, on one hand, you really want to play g4, h5 some point, yeah, but yeah, black controls the 5th rank. He just controls the 5th rank. Yeah, so I think it was knight f4 or something. The idea was to try to control the d5 square. So you can play knight d5. So you cannot take the pawn on c2 because the rook is there, but this endgame is for sure a little bit better for white, okay? Simply because there is an inclusion of the pawn on h4 and h5. Rook d6, king e7, rook d1. You move the bishop. Then you can take on c2. So probably just knight d5, play solid chess, yeah. Rook d1. And try to go for this bad pawn formation. Knight e3, knight b4. Knight e3 was probably better. I went on time, but in the end, this is not so clear, yeah? I think black might be actually doing well. I don't really like the rook on c5. I think b3 and knight d3, and then this look a little bit awkward. Let me see. So e5 says knight d3 immediately. Knight b4 is correct, and after rook d8, right, knight d3, because this rook is now kind of weird, because if you play like this, then I trap the rook, right? So you have to play rook a5, but after c4, so the question is, what is this f5, yeah? What is this f5, and king b2, with the idea to trap this rook on a4. Very complicated position. As you can see, the computer cannot really say who is better here. So very interesting position. All right. More games. All right. Yes, that is true that Shirov had a really bad score against Garry Kasparov. That is true. But match has a completely different psychological aspect. And it's been known that people who lose with a huge score, there is a reckoning one day, you know? One day they start playing really well, and then the reverse becomes true. And then the person who was losing a lot of games, he will start winning a lot of games. You know, it's like life trying to make things fair. You know, and balance, right? Oh my God, this is a very famous line. Mr. Malbertsots, you know this line? It's one of the craziest lines in the Caro-Kann. I think, but not knight d7. You have to play knight c6, I think. I don't know why, but don't ask me. I haven't looked at this line in years. Okay, Gary was afraid to play Sheriff from the title for some weird reason and chose Kramnik. All right, yes. But again, in the match, I would say that things would be very different. I'm pretty sure Sheriff would be having good chances, actually. Alright, so knight a4 looks solid, right? Спасибо, солнышко мое. So queen to a5 looks logical. Okay, so I can play b4 and go for the complications, or I can just take on d4 and try to survive, yeah? So what is gonna be? I mean, b4 is a very standard move in such position. And I'm hoping for a small lead in the development. So So let's play b. You have bishop c2. But your queen is unprotected, yeah? Alright, so let's see it. b4. My wife just gave me some apples. You know, fruits. Sugar for the brain, right? You need it. Well, again, there is so much speculation now on what should have been, what could have been. Yeah. That's what it is. Speculation. But, okay, I think regardless of what we think, the match would have been a fantastic match. I think we can all agree on that. If the match would have happened, we'll probably be treated to one of the best, most exciting matches ever in history of chess. If it had happened. So unfortunately we got dropped of this match. It would have been very interesting to see it. But we cannot. Mr. Malbertsots, you gave me all the pieces in the world, yes? You have a very kind soul, man. Thank you for your generous gesture. I hate your chess. That is a very strong nickname. Hey Bongwok, what's up? With the line with g4? You mean at the very end? Yeah, it might be, yeah. Is Incredible Shiro still playing the top level tournaments? Yes. But what would be even more incredible? If Vasily finally qualifies for the candidates, right? Somebody told me he recently stated his intention to qualify for the candidates. I think he's probably is, you know, he's watching the kind of people who qualify there, and he's thinking, and I don't disagree with him, like, why is he worse? Why is he a worse player than those guys who get into the candidates? And I completely agree. I think it would be absolutely fantastic if he can get into the candidates. Wow, Mr. Arsenal Van Ricci, it's been a while. Welcome back. Did you see the craziness of Rapport's game today? No, I did not see the craziness of Rapport's game. Because Rapport plays almost every game very crazy. So we take it for granted. No? We take for granted that he plays crazy chess. Okay, so somebody teach me how to play this line. I do not know how to play this line. I'm eating some excellent chocolate. With chocolate, it's fantastic. Well, I don't think Vishy will really appreciate being thrown back in an event like this. You know, he is the only world champion, right, among this group. Okay, so let's finish the development, yes. And let's see, what is this position? What is this position? I mean, the bishop on d4 is kind of crazy. So the question is he crazy good or is he crazy bad? Yeah, it can be both. I have the suspicion that he is crazy. He's just crazy, yeah? That's another possibility, of course. Well, take with the bishop. Although pawn takes is also very interesting, and then e5. I think you needed to keep the lock on the e5 square as a block. So something like rook e1, knight d2. You know what I mean? I think there's probably a better way. Because now it's equal material, but you have some weak pawns, yeah? And the knight on b1 is not that great. So there is the small problem with this knight on b1. How you're going to activate him is unclear. Is there b5 coming? Maybe. All right. Yes, Anand and Vanchuk, correct. They should play a match, actually. You always play f4 instead of knight f3, Mr. Bongok? Okay. Akiba Keres, Korchnoi had a lot of chances. Yes, that is true. All right, b5. Wait. My god, I just allowed you to play b5 for some reason, yeah? I should not have allowed that. Okay. As Toby said, we can wish things were a lot different, but we work with what we got. Okay. We work with what we got. No. No, my friend. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah, so I think they should really come up with some matches like, you know, the ones that never materialized. I think Ivanchuk should definitely play a match with either Anand or Gary. I think it would be a fantastic match. I think everybody will agree on that. I also think Shir versus Anand would be an absolutely brilliant idea. C3, okay, let's play D3 maybe. I'm not sure if this is good, but again, fun move, no? Okay, bishop g5. Very textbook move. Perfect timing, just before I put my bishop here. On g7, and then I can play knight e7, then fine. So he plays bishop g5 before I can play knight e7, yeah? Well, thank you for going to the endgame. I really enjoy playing the endgames. Tempo play is always welcome. A tempo play. This is definitely a bad decision for white. Because now my knight on e5 is gonna be untouchable, yeah? This knight will be untouchable. And you know what's coming, yeah? This knight is definitely going. It's going there, man. Then you have a beautiful pair of knights on the dark squares. And everything will be placed on the dark squares because the bishop is on the light square. And that will be it. All right. Although, to be honest, maybe white can hold this position. I'm pretty sure this was a computer. Computer can hold this. Well, we need to grab one pawn, okay? We need to grab one pawn. Make sure we at least have one extra pawn. And then it's a little bit easier to make decisions after that. Then it is easier to make decisions after that. So the knight on f4. You gotta make a pre-move. Nope, I keep forgetting about pre-moves. Yeah, you're right. I should pay more attention to the pre-moving. This is one of the skills that I keep forgetting about. Alright, a5. So the pawn on h5 is good. No, but you give me the pawn for nothing. I will take this pawn. And I'll play b5. Yes. Okay. I hate your chess, finally. Last time you didn't get the game, man. Something happened to your connection, maybe. So let's see. Yeah, I usually play h6, don't allow h5. I mean, if h5, you play g5. That's the thing about the Dutch. First, you really defend your weaknesses, yeah? And then, when you're ready, you push back. Push back. And then it becomes a really good King's Indian because you've got so many things going for you. And he's got a lot of weaknesses. Plus, pawn is nice to have. Yes? You agree? It's kind of important pawn too. Okay. Can probably take this. This also should be fun. Because now bishop on h2 looks completely weird. Completely weird. Like he doesn't belong there really. Okay, rook e8. Rooks belong on the open files, we all know that. I don't know, g5, push the pawn. f4. Maybe 3. G2 looks pretty good. I mean, if you make sensible moves, chess should be in practice pretty easy. Yeah. Alright, not bad. Not bad. White survived for now. We're improving the bishops, right? We're improving everything. Where is this bishop going? It's going to g6, of course. Of course. All right, a little bit too passive, man. Also, watch for those things. Watch for tactics. Okay. You found a weird tournament in which Kasparov was still in geary mode. I see. Well, I'm pretty sure every person once had in his life a tournament where just no matter what he was trying to do, the games would end in a draw. Yeah, I had experience like this quite a few times also. I think I had tournaments where I could not win a single game, and where there'd be a lot of draws. Yeah, that happened. All right, Mr. Arsenal Fanrici. I think I'm recalling that you've played a lot of these lines with me in the in my streaming days like a few years ago. Yeah, guys, we had a lot of opening arenas. Yeah, I know I've stopped doing them. I should restart doing opening arenas. I know. Hopefully sometime. This is my game against Magnus Carlsen. Yes, we're following this game. This is when Magnus was younger. E3. Yes, I think E3 was improvement. Yes. I think E3 was actually an improvement. And the idea was if I play something probably it was Queen F3. Yeah, I played F5 instead of E3, and I thought it was brilliant because, and then I sacrificed, I think, like a piece, like C4, and then I played something very cool like King H8 and E3, and it was a crazy game when he was younger, and I got away with a draw because he played some amazing defense in the endgame. He was down the exchange, but he played an amazing defense, and but why not just take on F2, man? Arsenal Fanrici, why not just take the pawn, man? You take an F2 and you move your queen and you're okay. Because now you just pawn down. Yeah? And to be honest, I don't think you have compensation. Because pawn is a pawn. Pawn is very strong. Alright, so the thing about the knight is that when you have the knight, you have no weaknesses in your pawns. That's the best thing about the knight. Okay, d5 looks pretty good, but okay, fine, let's play it. You should not allow me to play d5 and bring my king here, to be honest. Because after the straight, the king can always go and pick up these pawns, yeah. There's also another idea. Oh, I blundered the whole pawn, yes. Oh my god. I blundered the whole pawn, okay. Yeah. That happens. Yours truly can blunder stuff. But king d6 was probably mandatory, yeah. Probably mandatory. Alright. Wait, let's check on knight d6, yeah. Yeah. Alright. Alright guys, hopefully you're learning from these games something, okay? Alright, now we played everybody, we're gonna go from the top. So let's see. Let's play some English. Alright, Mischievous Warrior, okay. Yes, preparation only gets you that far. Then you need to have the chess understanding, yeah. Rook e8. Interesting. Okay, so let's push some pawns. Let us push some pawns. Bishop g5 probably not the best idea, but sometimes you can play like this. Knight d4 probably. Is that your idea? So if I push this bishop, I push him back. I'll play b5. Okay. Probably 95, yeah. Centralize your things. Your things or your knights? Take. Knight to b6. This knight on a4 is kind of really weird. This knight on a4 bugs me. Rook a6. What? Wow! Wow! What is that? Rook to a6. Yeah, knight on a5 is like so on this side. Hopefully on the good side, yeah. Hopefully on the good side. But now there are a lot of pins coming into play, yeah. Queen a4, rook e8, queen a4, rook a6. Wait, don't pre-move. Wait. Yeah, thank God I didn't remove that. Yes, but your rook on e8 is hanging, no? Hello? If you hate my chess, wait until this game. Yeah. Wait until this game. Yeah. Alright, man. Good, solid opening choice, but again, you have to know the transitions from the openings to the middle game. It's absolutely critical. Guys, I've told you this before, so I'm gonna repeat it because it's an important thing. If you play certain opening lines, you have to know about the transition. You have to know what you're gonna do in the middle game, okay? So whenever you practice and play, practice and play those openings and analyze those games, especially until the end game, okay? I mean the middle game, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. You have to know your stuff. Okay. I had a crazy game in a similar line against Shaba here. It was absolutely crazy. Yeah, I took the pawn on c5 and then we went into something and then eventually I managed to develop this flank. So I was happy. Queen b3 looks standard, right? Queen b3 is standard defense of the pawn. It is standard. Yeah, this is a good move, probably. Yeah, just a4, yeah. Maybe. Again, a4 is also possible. And then you play rook a2 or something. And because knight on b1 actually does important thing, it protects the c3 square from aggression. So take. Castle. Get your king to safety, always. Safe king is a good king. And probably knight to d2. And then you start getting rid of your opponent's best pieces. So the idea is you grab the pawn and then you defend and trade into the winning endgame. Okay. So that's the general idea. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm losing track here of how to play correctly this position. Ooh, f5. Wow. f5. Wow. What a move. Alright, so it's probably time to grab this bishop, knight, because knight was threatening to jump to e5, d3 or something. It was a nasty piece of work. Let's play b5, push some pawns. Let's push some pawns. And if rook c2, then what? Suddenly the rook is useful, yeah. Suddenly the rook is useful. Okay. Bring the knight into the game. Although I'm not sure this is the best square. Maybe this is not such a best square. Yeah, the thing is that if he ever tries to leave his queen to win the pawn, then this b pawn just rolls, right? Because the bishop protects the mating square, yeah? So always grab the file. Now the knight is ready to roll. And boom, this is a winning position now. this is a winning position. So queen c5 first. I mean, theoretically, this is a winning position. Is it winning practically? Should be winning practically also. Because these two pawns are just so strong, yeah. Anyway, we'll see, right? We'll see. b7. Maybe just bishop here. t4. I don't even have to take this pawn, yeah. I don't even have to take this pawn. Check. Oop. Thank God for the check. Check was good. Boom. All right. Thank you for the game. We have new player from England. All right. Mental preparation. All right, Mr. Arsenal fan Richie. Okay, cool. Thanks. Pretty cool following one of my games. Okay, yeah, the Scotch, the infamous Scotch. I am not trying to pick, to be picky, but what is the current situation for the British and the Scotch guys? Yeah, I think 95 was the main line, yeah, and then Queen G6 or something. I remember Bishop E2, Queen G6, F4, and then Queen takes E4, Bishop F2, Bishop D4, and then Knight G6 or something. It was some crazy, absolutely crazy, mind-boggling theoretical lines, yeah, there. It's just I don't remember any of those. Okay, what is this? Wait, where is the bishop better placed? Here or there? That's another important thing, yeah? Another important thing of notice. Yeah, Knight G4, bishop somewhere. And then you just play F5, yeah? So I have to take this probably, yeah? So what is this position? Yeah, I think bishop on b3 is better placed than on e2, yeah? So there must be something here. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Dude, you had rook f7, queen f1. Ah, but then king h8, yeah. And you cannot take with the queen because of queen e1. That would have been pretty awesome, to be honest. That would have been pretty awesome if it worked, yeah? I was like, wow, I cannot close the bishop on b3 at all. It was like a moment of panic for me. That was a moment of panic. All right, let's try to close this monster bishop. This is an attempt to close this monster. Oh, but you let me close him. Wait a minute, we got a raid from Chess Dojo Live. Thank you so much, guys, for the raid. Thank you for the raid, man. Appreciate it. I got so killed today in the Rapid Chess event. My god. I was leading with +2. That was a heartbreaker, man. And then a bunch of things came together and I realized I'm not ready today to win. Yeah. Losing an endgame, which was +2. Right. Again, thank you for the raid, guys. Appreciate it. Chess Dojo. Guys, I'm playing Blitz with everybody, but this is pretty much winding down, so sorry about that. Because I've been playing non-stop since 6. I'm getting a little bit tired. But thank you for staying. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the simul, by the way, okay? So we're back to our regular program. Tomorrow will be the simul. You're giving me all the stuff and I am not taking it. You know why I'm not taking it? Because I like my knight on e3 so much. I don't want to take some ridiculous rook on f1 because my knight on e3 is bloody gorgeous, okay? This is the gorgeous knight. I don't want to take some measly rook on f1 for this knight. It's just wrong. Well, you do give me the bishop though, yeah? Why are you giving me the whole bishop though? I will take the bishop. The bishop is takeable. The knight, the rook, not so. Yeah, the knight goes back. It goes back to being pretty. So pretty. This knight is so pretty and so witty and etc, etc, and all. First time I heard the song was from the movie The Anger Management. Yeah, pretty good movie. After this movie, I think I started to control my anger a little bit better. A little bit better than before. All right, guys. All right, what? You didn't see West Side Story? Actually, I did. But you mean the song was from the like the old movie? Because I saw the one with the Al Pacino. Yeah, the West Side Story, I think. But of course, everybody knows it's based on Romeo and Juliet. Yes, if we go really back. And I'm pretty sure Romeo and Juliet didn't know the song. Yeah, because that would be too awesome if they knew the song back in the Shakespeare, right? Wait, who wrote Romeo and Juliet? Oh my God, I have a temporary brain meltdown. Guys, who wrote Romeo and Juliet? The Blues Brothers. Woo! Absolutely. Dan Aykroyd and yeah. So Shakespeare, the good old Shakespeare wrote that, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so there's a huge thing still. Do they know for sure if he was the one who wrote all those plays or it was just some other guy or this was a pseudonym? So was this Shakespeare dude for real? Big questions. I remember there was some controversy about it like 10 years ago or something. Then I stopped following it. Because there was this huge controversy. He wrote most of it, yeah? And he stole the story. Well, okay, but guys, in today's world, people actually write books which are called Steal Like an Artist, alright? My God. Shakespeare was legends. Wrote the script that Michael Bay adapted for Mr. Arsenal Van Riche, that's the craziest thing I have read in quite some time. Michael Bay is stealing script from Shakespeare on Transformers. Wow. Okay. Had an estimated 180 IQ, but I have no idea what that means because IQ is What is IQ? Yeah, again. All right, guys. William Fletcher wrote some as well. Oh my God. I remember we started some poetry actually, and then I stopped. Yeah. Maybe it's time to reintroduce some poetry reading back. Yeah. Where was the last poem I actually stopped at? Thank you for reminding me. Okay, we did the Red Rose, right? Jabberwocky. I think we did that. Kubla Khan is too long. The poem of the Ancient Mariner is, my God, it's like a novel. Oh my God, it's so big. Oh yeah, I carry a heart with me. I think we did that one. All right, let's do Emily Dickinson. It's called "Hope is the Thing with Feathers." It's very short. Okay, I like short poems. There was a young man from China who was a very good climber. I like that beginning. All right. So, hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest lands and on the strangest sea, yet never, in an extremity, it asked a crumb of me. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I conclude our conversation for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the chess part of the conversation. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the simul. So tomorrow, hopefully you guys prepare your favorite lines and let me know these lines so we can practice them, okay? Looking forward, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy your time and weekend. Goodbye.